well. How are you today? I hope that you are doing good and doing well. So today we will have an online class. In today's class we will have a review of several materials that you learned after the mid-test. In this review, the materials that we will cover are idioms, preferences, wish and hope, delivering opinions, problems and solution, and then comparatives, and then advertisements. So the first thing that we will learn about today is idioms. I hope that you still remember what an idiom is, but in case you forgot, so what is an idiom? An idiom is a group of words in a fixed order that have a particular meaning that is different from the meanings of each word understood on its own. So you have to remember that idioms comes in a fixed order. You cannot change the order or else it will change the meaning itself. And then the meanings are different from the denotative meaning or the real meaning. For example, in a non-idiomatic expression, you can say that I am very happy. So very happy here is the real meaning. Meanwhile, when you use idiomatic expression, you can say I am on cloud 9. It does not mean that you are on a cloud 9, but it means that you are extremely happy or you are very happy. That's how you use an idiomatic expression to express your feelings, for example. And then, why do we learn idioms? First of all, using idioms will make you more expressive, so you can express yourself more. Instead of using words such as very happy or sad or maybe nervous, you can use idiomatic expressions to express your feelings more. And then, you can sound more natural when you use idioms. So, for example, when you talk with a native speaker, you will sound more natural because you can use a lot of idioms. And then, you also use idioms to communicate better. Sometimes, it is not you who will use the idiom, but people you talk with. So in case, in the future, you will talk with someone who uses idioms, you will be able to understand what the meaning of the idiom is. Okay, so here are some examples of how you can use idiomatic expressions to describe feelings. First of all, feeling happy, you can use the idiom over the moon. So we were over the moon when our mother told us about the trip to Hong Kong. Over the moon means that you are very happy. It has the same or similar meaning with on cloud 9. And then feeling sad, you can use feel blue. So Hannah is studying in Australia now. I feel blue because I miss her. So instead of saying maybe a little sad, you can use feel blue to sound more natural, which means that using feel blue means that you are sad. And then, feeling nervous, you can say, get butterflies in my stomach. So, I get butterflies in my stomach when it is my turn to speak. Instead of saying I am nervous, you use get butterflies in my stomach as an idiomatic expression. And then feeling angry. You can say, my father will blow his top when he sees what happened to the car. Remember, idiomatic expression does not really mean what it says. So blow his top means that someone is very angry. And then, when someone falls in love, you can say head over heels or head over heels in love. For example, you have to remember that I was head over heels in love with Bill. And then, when you are feeling a little unwell, you can use under the weather. So, I am feeling under the weather today. Under the weather means that you are feeling slightly unwell, maybe you are coughing a little bit, or maybe you are feeling a bit unwell. So, you can use this idiom. And then Sheila was bedridden after she had her operation. So bedridden means that you have to stay at the hospital, for example, or you have to stay in bed after maybe having a surgery, or maybe after after being really sick, for example. Okay, so that's all for our review on idioms. Now, you can go to the website bit.ly/ref20. So on that website, you will see the exercise for idioms. So after watching this video, please pause it for a bit and then do the exercise. After doing the exercise, you can come back to this video.
Okay, so for the next section, we will talk about preferences. So, what is a preference? It is an expression that you use to compare two things. So it's like comparison and superlative. But what makes it different that you just only need to mention one thing that you have chosen later. And how to state your preference. So you can use I would prefer as the first. Here's the example, how you can use that. Okay. So, in order to use I would prefer, if you want to express some things using I would prefer and want to express your activity, you use to or you use verb ing. If you use only verb 1, you don't need to use being. Just like I would prefer to be and I would prefer to ride. But if you don't want to use to, you have to use verb ing. Like I would prefer riding or I would prefer being. And if you want to express something that you prefer not to do, you have to put the not after the word prefer. And also, you can use word I would rather. When you use word I would rather, you just need to use verb 1. Like I would rather be a teacher, I would rather ride, or I would rather not ride. So you don't need to use verb ing here. And similar with the I would prefer, you need to put not after rather. Okay, now let's open your social media or Zoom or WhatsApp group and you can ask questions to your teachers about the previous materials. Okay, about the preference especially. Yeah, and you can pause the video as well. Okay, if you don't have any questions, let's go back to your mission and continue to answer the quizzes that we have prepared for you. Good luck!
So the next thing that we have to review today is the use of wish and hope. Actually, the use of these two are pretty similar, but then it is different. So hope mainly expresses a desire that is possible or likely to happen. Meanwhile, wish usually expresses a desire that is impossible or unlikely to happen. So to be clearer, let's see some of the examples. First of all, how can we use wish? How to use wish? When we expresses a wish in present time, we can use a wish plus past simple. So, for example, I wish I never met you. So, wish and met. And then, for past time, we can use wish plus had plus past participle. For example, Troy wishes he had never slid into your DM. And then for future time, you can use wish plus would or past simple. For example, you can say, Patricia really wish you would come back. So for wish, you cannot use present tense. You still have to use past simple or past participle. And then how to use hope? First, for present time, you can use hope plus present tense. Mainly, we use present tense when we talk about hope. For example, I hope he buys you flowers. So pay attention that here we use buys, which is a present tense. And then for past time, we use hoped plus past tense. For example, we hoped he sent his resume. So here we use both verbs, we use past tense. And then for future time, we use hope plus present or future tense. For example, for the present tense, we can say she hopes she graduates on time. And for future tense, we can say they hope she will be able to pay them back. Okay, so do you have any question? If you have any question, you can pause this video and you can send a chat or call or have a video call with me. So if you don't have any question, you can go back to the mission, open the link again and do the exercise on wish and hope. After doing the exercise, you can go back to this video again. Okay, pause the video and good luck on doing the exercise.
Okay, so let's continue to the next review. It's about expressing your opinion. So here will be a very short review about that. So how to express your opinion? First, you have to state your opinions. That's the key. And the second, you need to mention your supporting statements. And it's not only one, it means you have to mention several. And the last, you have to state your conclusion. Okay, now let's discuss about that. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can chat your teachers, you can chat me, you can open your Zoom or WhatsApp video call, and we will discuss about that. Okay, I think you don't have any question anymore, so let's continue to your mission, and please go back to the Google form and do your exercise again on giving the opinion. Okay. And I'm here to assist you. Okay, the next thing that we will review is about comparison. So, what is comparison? Comparison is consisted of comparative and superlative. The first is comparative. We use comparative to compare two things. This is the example. Yeah. Learning offline is easier than learning online. So in this example, you use comparative to compare about the learning, to compare about subject, objects, or an objects, things. In here, there is another example. Dragons can fly higher than the birds. In here, you use comparative not to compare dragons and the birds, but you compare how they can fly. Okay. And the next thing is superlative. Superlative, we use it to choose the best thing among the group. This is the example. Learning offline is the best. Dragons have the biggest wings. In the first example, we choose learning offline to compare. But in the next example, we don't compare dragons with other animals, but we compare the wings of dragons with the wings of other animals, and we choose the wings of dragons as the biggest one. So, now it's question time. You may ask questions to your teachers, instructors, to WhatsApp group or Zoom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you don't have any questions, let's go back to your mission, to your Google form, and finish the task about comparing things. And then for the next review, you can just do the assignments about the advertisement and finish the activities in the Google form. And later, after you finish the mission, you can check how many answers that you have answered correctly. Okay, and you still can continue to chat with your teachers through WhatsApp group, Zoom, or video call. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.